Hello, everyone, and welcome to the round 16 of the Race Spec F1 Esports Series. This is the European Tier 4 class. My name is R16. I'll be commentating again for you guys for the European Tier 4 class. So, today we got the Japanese Grand Prix. We will be racing in the Suzuka International Circuit. Of course, I'll take you. We'll get going to qualifying as soon as everyone gets all ready to go. So yeah, pretty much we're down to now 5 races to go until we get to Abu Dhabi. So we're pretty much over the halfway point of the season so far. So we'll see how it goes out. So Isotopic last week was your race winner in the Russian Grand Prix, getting his first ever race win for himself and for Alfa Romeo. So pretty much now, anyways, we're going to be going with an 18-minute short qualifying session as usual, 50% race, and it looks like we have our first car out already. So I will give you a tour of the Suzuka International Circuit as we will go along. Now, the Suzuka International Circuit is like one of the fewer tracks in Formula 1 that's a figure 8. It has about 18 corners, 8 to the left and 10 to the right. And of course, it's mostly in real life. It's mostly been dominated by the Mercedes AMG Petronas team in real life back since 2014. So they've been kind of dominated the real life series, of course, since 2014, so over like 6 years, almost 6 years. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get you to. I don't know why I won't maybe change the cockpit camera, even though I'm trying to do that. There we go. Alright, so, how long is the circuit? It's about 3.6 miles, 5.8 kilometers. It's probably one of the most high-speed and technical tracks, but probably the most technical, I would say, out of any track in the F1 calendar, in my opinion. So I think we will go ahead and as soon as Jordan gets around, we will have him give us a tour of the Suzuka International Circuit, and he will come around the front stretch, and this will be the only DRS zone. There's only one DRS zone in this track, so let's get to it. So he's going to go down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Now this is like where, well, it's kind of more one corner, but it's 1 and 2. The turn 2 has more of a tight bend. Now we go into the S's. This is turns 3 through 7. Now this is a very, very tricky part of the track. It's uphill S's. If you hit the curb, you could possibly lose the rear end of your car. Now we're going to go into the end of the S's. It's, like I said there, you can understand there, it's pretty tricky. Now we're going to go into turn 8. It's a downhill slope into 2 right turns of 8 and 9. And now we go underneath the bridge into turn 10 and 11, which is a entry to a hairpin, and then followed by a hard left hairpin turn. And then we go into a little bit of a back stretch into turn 12. It's a little bit of a sweeper right-hand turn, and then we reach Spoon Curve, which is turn 13, and then the end of it, which is turn 14. Now we go to the back stretch of the track, and this has no DRS zone. It's just the one over at the front stretch. Then we head into turn 50, which is 130R. Normally this part of the circuit you go flat out, followed by the chicane, which is turn 16 and 17, a right-left chicane. Very hard braking, very technical, and finally exit of turn 18 to cross the line, and then Jordan goes across the line with a 129.9 to start off the qualifying session. I think Ethical Andrew is the next one. No, it's his teammate, WRX Dave Fiore. Here he goes into pole with a 129.5. Looks like a Williams going towards the line. It's back spiking 130.9, and then I think the next one should be Isotopic. No. Oh, it's Clitico Coco. and he comes across the line with a 130.5. Joe Fox, 132.0. And then the next one should be Epical Andrew, WRX Dave Fiorio's teammate. Of course, the Toro Rosas have been on pole in the last couple races, as far as I know, in a row so far. And Epical Andrew will abort his lap, so we'll not set a lap. So now we follow on with OWR Isotopic, who's in the Ferrari. I thought he was in an Alpha. Anyways, he goes second fastest, 129.9. And I think the McLaren of Rachel Hadd's about to do his flyer, or start his flying lap. So it looks like we don't have that many cars on the grid. It's only about 12 cars. Last two races we've had nearly about 14 or 15 cars on the grid. A little bit of a smaller number for this race. Let's see. I think Tommy PLR is the next one across in the Mercedes. We'll see what he can do. And he comes around and aborts his lap. So he will not do a lap time. I think who's the next one? Is that Toro Rosso? No, it's just Epical Andrew going to the pits. Alright, so it looks like mostly everyone's going to the pits right now, the way it looks. And we have yet to see Shumi, Jim Straff, Epical Andrew, Rachel Hadd, and Tommy PLR to do their flying, set their flyers. All right, so let me go ahead and catch you up a little bit of what's going on in the standings as well. And Isotopic will go into pits. Someone did a lap just now. Oh, Rachel Hadd did. 132.1. Yeah, is Isotopic in the wrong car? Because it says on my, I'm looking at the standings right now. It says it's in the Alfa Romeo. It should be in the Alfa Romeo. I don't know. Anyways, so the current point standings right now is pretty close between Shumi and Jim Straff. They're separated by 8 points. But Shumi right now is your current points leader, with Tommy PLR a little further ways back, down by 90 points from Jim Straff for second place, but 98 points from the league leader right now. And let me see if I can find someone real quickly. I think Jim is the closest one in the Renault. That's the guy that's trying to get back into the points lead. He started off in the points lead when I started off the stream for the Euro Tier 4 class. As he comes across, and he goes into pole position with a great time, 129.2 for the Renault. So that bumps down WRX Dave Fioria out of pole position. Maybe we might not see a Toro Rosso pole this time, but we'll see what goes on. As it looks like, who's the closest right now? Vax Viking, I think, is the close. Oh no, it's not Vax. It's yeah, it's Vax right now. But Epical Andrew's got purple first sector, so his time could be at risk of being bumped. As Vax Viking went onto the grass for some weird reason, he must have avoided his lap. Well, that's no good for him, but let's follow along with Epical Andrew since he is the closest to doing set a timed lap. So we're right on board with him. Like I said, you're pretty much gonna go flat out 130 RA. Right now, his car is looking great. He's got a purple in the first two sectors. We'll see what he can do. And he goes out of turn 18 at the exit, and now he comes across the line. Will it be pole? Yes, it will. 128.8, the first car to crack the 128s. Great lap by the Toro Rosso. Now that puts him back into pole position. His teammates also got purple. Oh, as soon as I was about to mention him, WRX Dave Fioria went onto the gravel and spun around 180 degrees. It would have been a great time, I think. Let's see. I think Shumi's the closest next. Is it Shumi or is it no, it's Shumi. Okay, so the points leader, OWR Shumi. Let's see what he can do in the Ferrari. But he is way off the pace. Okay, so let me put the telemetry, the best fitted tires for you guys. Also, let me know in the comment section what your predictions are for this race as well. If I had to guess my who's going to be on pole, I feel like it's going to be another Toro Rosso pole position. But I have a feeling it'll be WRX Dave Fioria. He was pole last week. I feel like he could probably do it again. As Dave Fioria, I'm surprised he didn't go to the pits. He screwed up at turn 9, but he for some reason decided not to go to the pits. Plus, he's got plenty of time to do it. He's got about 7:20 to go. So we'll see. Let's see. How about we follow on with, looks like Alpha? Okay, nope. That's Clinical Coco going into the pit. Oh, look at this. A purple sector for Shumi with the mediums. So he said a purple sector, second sector, but we'll see what it can do. And he will go across the line, not pole, but he gets a 129.5 on the medium tires. Good lap from the Ferrari. Right now it's a Ferrari 4.5 at the moment. Alright, so who's the next one? Oh, it's good. Oh, Isotopic just bumped WRX Dave Fioria, and now he's moved up into third place with a 129.256, matching Jim Strapp's time. Both of those times are identical times. But I wonder if Jim just maybe beat it out because he was a little bit faster in terms of his speed. I don't know. Let's see. Let's check on Tommy PLR since he is the closest one. So right now he has yet to set a flying lap in the Mercedes. Also, I gotta say that's a really nice helmet by Tommy PLR. I really like that. As he comes around out of the end of Spoon Curve and now heading towards 130R. We'll see what he sets. Oh, he's got purple so far. Okay, so he's up right now on his time, up from pole. But let's see if it will be a pole time. It's probably going to be a bit close. 27, 28. Nope, not this time. He goes 6th fastest. So now everyone's on the board, and Tommy goes 6th fastest, 129.7. All right, so currently right now, your pole sitter right now is Epical Andrew with a 128.8, the only car to crack the 128s. Excuse me. As it looks like he's going to set another flying lap. Probably just did a cool down. And a great helmet too. It really matches the Toro Rosso colors. As looks like Clinical Coco's about to do his flyer as well. I think everyone's about to do their flyers immediately right now. Let's see, Jordan NL, he's the closest one right now to set a lap. Another lap for the Haas team. Line up more with it for a little bit. Good little cut there on the corner. And he will come across the line now. And it will be a 129.6. So now he bumps down Tommy PLR and goes 6th fastest. Let's check on. Let's see. Looks like Bowtie is just aborted his lap. I guess he. Oh, I didn't catch him though. Doing a lap time. He said a 1:30.3, but he said that on the mediums. Let's see. Okay, Epical Andrew. Let's see what he can do. He's got Joe Fox of him though, but I hope he doesn't block his time. It looks like he won't, but comes across the line, and he goes faster again. 128.685 goes nearly over a tenth faster. So good time there from the Toro Rosso. Yet again, so let's see. WXD Fury must have messed up again in the same area, the end of the first sector. So not a very good qualifying session so far from Epical Andrew's teammate. I think if I remember correctly, Epical Andrew I think was the pole sitter from the Singapore race too. So it's pretty much looks like it's going to be another flip of Toro. What has happened? Epical Andrew just retired. Well, Political Coco will maybe give me a better answer. Oh, he retired his car near the Marshall post. Okay, well at least that's okay. Alright, so Jim Fox, we'll ride along with him. He'll be the next to cross the line for the Haas. And he will go 8th fastest, 129.7. Next to cross the line is Clinical Coco, but he is invalidated. Rachel Had, I think, is he's closest to be the closest one to come across the line, but he's on the outlap. But so is Jim Strav and Tommy. Oh, Clinical Coco's retired. Oh, did he retire? Oh, he retired in the pits. Okay. Fair enough. Oh! Now it's just gone from bad to worse for WXD Fioria as he crashes in the same corner again. The third time he's crashed in the end of the first sector. So it looks like he's going to be starting 5th. As right now we have almost the entire field doing a lap. Right now as we speak. Oh, Tommy better get out of the way of... Oh, never mind. Max Viking's not on a flyer, but Tommy PLR is. I think he'll be the closest one doing a lap. Or is it Rachel? Oh, Rachel spun around. At near the entry of the hairpin. Oh, don't get in the way of the Mercedes there. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, he just crashed into the wall at the hairpin. Alright, well, thankfully that didn't end up in disaster. So we'll ride along with Tommy PLR as he will be, I think, one of the few that are going to cross the line. So it looks like we only have 2 cars that are going to be starting on the mediums. Shumi and Bowtie, from the way it looks. So pretty much everyone's going to be riding on the soft. I think this is a 2-stop strategy, if I'm correct. It's a soft, medium, medium strategy. Or if you want to stretch it, a soft, medium, medium. As he will come across the line, and he will go 7th fastest. Next will be Jim Strav of the Renault, and he will board his lap and go to the pits. Jordan NL, the next one across the line. Will he set a time? Yes, he will. What is it going to be? But he's not even close. Isotopic, your winner from last week. What does he do in the Ferrari? As he will come across the line, and he will go 2nd fastest. So close. Just nearly 3/10 off of Epical Andrew. nearly less than 3/10 off. Next looks like to be Vax Viking of the Williams.